So welcome back to this month's up close product video, and this month we are going to be taking a look at every single piece of the new Wychwood Tactical HD Luggage. Now the new Tactical HD range, similarly to the original Tactical range, is all about sort of olive green and the tactical camo design. Now that is uniformed throughout each and every individual product, and these have been made for sort of the mobile type angler, the organised sort of type angler, and you know, your short sessions, just getting in and around your lakes, and like I say, being practical over anything else. So they all come, like I say, in the camo and green design. All of the products are made from a 1200D material, so it's super strong, lightweight, robust, and yeah, it's going to sort of be a medium water resistance. So when you're lugging your gear around to and from your sessions, this is going to stand the test of time. So 1200D material throughout the range. We have the Wychwood bespoke zips. Now these are covered on all of the sort of pockets and pouches throughout the range. As I mentioned, they are bespoke, heavy duty, as we would have seen before. There's nice large pulleys that easily slide round the perimeter of the product. So bespoke zips throughout, strong, sturdy, that aren't going to give way through use. So the products then that have handles on them, they are heavy duty and stitched throughout. As you can tell there, they're sort of reinforced all the way through either end and run throughout the entirety of the product. So where you've got the handles, the stitching runs right down to the base, allowing an even load and confidence that this isn't going to give way when you're carrying them heavier items. So lastly, the actual product packaging. As you would have seen on some of my other sort of up close videos, it's kind of replicated on this as well. So you get an image of the actual product inside, a description, key features, right down to the dimensions of the product, and that runs through the entire range. So now we've had a look at the common features, let's get some of the pieces out and start to have a look. Okay, so you are now looking at the Tactical HD Bankware roll. Now I really like this idea, something really simple but super effective and really practical, I find. Now may not look like a lot, but this product is really cool. Now you would have seen me use my tactical pod on a number of occasions, and also my sort of bank sticks, just buzz bar setup. Now this will accommodate both setups. So as you can see, it's a roll, but open up with a nice section of Velcro on the inside there. So depending on how much sort of gear you've got inside, you've got a good sort of 4 inches or so of Velcro there, even if you've got a lot of stuff inside it, just to accommodate for the different size of sticks and the contents that you're putting inside. So a nice big lip of Velcro, so even when it is closed, it's going to keep everything in its place, not with just, you know, a real sort of small area of Velcro there. It'll keep it all nice and safe across the whole length of the Bankware. So opening it up, you will see that basically it reveals an inside that has numerous different pockets. So you can get bank sticks in there, buzz bars, you know, alarms, a couple of front pockets there, slightly smaller than let's fold that back, slightly smaller than this one. So one large pocket, 2 sort of half size pockets. I also put my sort of main frame for my tactical pod straight down the middle there, and that can get tucked up inside as well. It's got another big pocket, like I say, in the middle. That's where I've got my 2 sort of ends for my tactical pod kit. So they just tuck tuck inside nicely. Again, you can, like I say, put additional sticks in there, buzz bars, you name it. Basically there's pockets made for pretty much everything within this Bankware roll. Next up, there's a couple of zipped mesh areas there which allow you to store, I don't know, additional hockey sticks, bobbins, batteries, any little gizmos or gadgets that you need for your alarms, little tools to maybe get the backs off if you need to replace your batteries, so little screwdrivers, anything like that. These two pockets is basically going to keep those little bits and pieces safe from going missing. Now, what I also like about this product is on the sort of outside as such, you have these little pockets running along the bottom there, and what that allows you to do is slide in your bank sticks. Now it holds 8 bank sticks, so on this back one I have got the taller bank sticks for my tactical pod, so the higher ones with me backrests on there. It's got 2 sort of loop sections running across it, so it allows you to slide in the longer bank sticks with sort of 2 loops on them to keep them in place without just having the sort of bottom section hooked in this top section just sort of moving around. There are 2 sets of loops, so depending on how tall your bank sticks are, like I'll show you in a minute, you can get your long ones sort of double looped down into the pocket section at the bottom, keeping them from sliding out or going anywhere. You know, they're not going anywhere, they're nice and tight, they're not going to slip out sort of in transit or making my way sort of to and from a peg, that sort of thing. Yeah, they're in there nice and tight and there's no chance of them slipping out. So just turning it round, you also will see another section with the sort of pocket area at the bottom, the 2 sets of loops, but this time, because these sticks are slightly smaller, I only need the bottom loop area with my bank sticks pushed through them, because yeah, these are the short ones, and again, they're not going anywhere, they are tucked up in place. Sometimes I've turned up to, you know, venues where you'll need a pod, or you can get away with bank sticks and buzz bars. This way, just having this Bankware roll will allow me to keep everything in one place, pack it away on top of one of my holdalls or my rucksacks, and if I need to sort of adapt my setup based on the sort of bank that I've got in front of me, then I know full well that I've got everything in there that I will need to accommodate, you know, gravel swims, bark swims, just, you know, general muddy sort of swims. Everything in there I know will cater for what I've got in front of me. Tactical HD Bankware roll, well worth investing if you've got, like I say, a load of different setups that you're looking to use throughout your session. So we're now looking at the Tactical HD Bits and Bobs bag. Now if, like me, you kind of take a couple of different, 2 or 3 different pairs of footwear, so you're never really too sure what the bank's going to be like or what the weather's going to be doing, then this bag will become your next best friend. Not only it will keep everything from getting mucky inside your van or your car, but it will allow you to store couple of different, sort of 2 or 3 different types of footwear in there. So I've got my sort of mucky boots in there as such, got me bivvy slippers. Yep, I wear bivvy slippers to keep me feet warm, but I'm renowned for just running out to bites in the night at least with nothing on my feet, so they always come with me at least so that my socks stay dry. But yeah, this Bits and Bobs bag can be used for pretty much anything. As you can see on the front there, it's got a nice big loop, so you could even just put your landing net through there, anything really that you wanted to sort of tuck through it. The Bankware roll, you could tuck the Bankware roll through there. But yeah, it generally is sort of like an all-purpose bag really for all those odds and sods that generally don't have a place or fit anywhere else. So the actual bag itself has got 2 handles, as you will see. As I've mentioned previously, you know, they're reinforced heavy-duty handles to allow you to carry that, again with the straps running right down to the bottom. It has got the shoulder strap loops at either end, so if you wanted to pick up the additional shoulder strap, There's 2 loops there that will accommodate that. Not only that, it's got that reinforced hard wearing wiped clean bottom again, which is perfect for when you're just sort of plopping it down onto the mucky banks and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's got that sort of inside that again is all wiped clean, so if you are chucking mucky footwear in there and stuff like that, you'll be able to sort of just wipe that off with ease and just keep it sort of nice and tidy. But again, on the other side, it has the loops either side of the bag to allow you to, like I say, chuck whatever you kind of see fit really on the side that possibly won't fit on the inside. But yeah, that is the Tactical HD Bits and Bobs bag. Really simple idea, but I can see it being used for sort of many items that just don't really fit anywhere else. Right, well, this is the Tactical HD Bedchair Bag. So, as you can see, I've already opened it just because of ease for this sort of demo. But this zip here runs basically 3/4 of the way around the bag. It's double zipped with those bespoke zips, allowing you to get that top sort of section right open, revealing your bedchair bag. So let's have a little bit of a closer look. There are straps that run all the way around, right round to both sides, with clips allowing you to tighten it right down, pulling it in nice and tight so that bag is snug around your bed chair. So you can unclip them quite easy. There are double zips either side. Again, as you can see, this end double clips and excess to pull that down nice and tight, as I mentioned, around your bed chair bag. There are handles either side which will allow you to basically lift it up from the center when these clips are plugged back in, allowing you to lift it from the center and obviously slide it into your back of your van, your car, that sort of thing. Really does help with obviously, you know, being able to get your bed chair up and sliding it in. So nice reinforced stitched handles, as I've already mentioned. So as I said, this zip runs all the way around the entirety of the bag, 3/4 all the way around there, allowing you to get that right open. So as you can see, I've got my tactical bed chair in there, my sleeping bag and my sleeping bag cover, and this is massively oversized. You know, this is the smallest bed on the market, admittedly, but there is masses of room in there that will cater for most beds on the market. So yeah, plenty of room in there. And like I say, I've got my sleeping bag and my sleeping bag cover on that bed chair, and that goes down nicely once that cover is pulled back over, zipped up and pulled tight. But yeah, that is the bed chair bag. If like me, you keep your sort of bed chair tucked away, you don't want the sort of mice and stuff like that getting in there and getting stuck into your your contents of your sleeping bag and whatever else, and it's well worth investing. But I also, like I say, started to use this a lot more recently, just because I find that it's easier to pack the car up without anything getting caught on the legs and stuff like that, or tearing the sleeping bag or sleeping bag cover. So a bit of protection for the actual bed chair and the bag itself, but it allows for just lifting it up with those handles a little easier, just to get it, like I say, into the back of the car when you know, it can be quite awkward to try and shuffle in a bed chair and whatever else. So that is the Tactical HD bed chair bag. So let's now have a look at the Tactical HD Coolbag. So starting off at the top, we have got double zips, 3/4 of the way around the top, allowing you to get that right open, so that is those bespoke zips that I was talking about. So yeah, double zipped to allow you to get that, like I say, wide open all the way around, allowing you to get stuck right in to the contents of your Coolbag. The bottom, it's a nice hard wearing wipe clean bottom, so it's not going to allow any sort of wet or damp or muck to seep through to the inside of your Coolbag. The handles, nice reinforced, stitched, as I mentioned at the start of the video, running all the way down to the base, allowing you to sort of maximise that load and allowing you to get good grip on it as you're carrying it. And then also it has a couple of loops, one on either side, which allows you to put a shoulder strap on if you wanted to carry it sort of over your shoulder. Me personally, I don't want an extra strap sort of, you know, flinging around when I'm carrying stuff or chucking it on my barrow. But if you wanted to sling it over your shoulder, you can buy the optional shoulder strap, and like I say, there is a loop either side. So that is the outside, as you can see, finished in the Tactical HD sort of look with the camo in the green top, minimal sort of Wychwood logo details like a lot of the ranges. Opening it right up, got a nice big zip area at the top here, mesh here, where I like to kind of put my odds and sods, bits and pieces, you know, like wet wipes or hand sanitizers, utensils, just little bits and pieces that could get lost in the sort of bulk of the bag itself underneath, sort of like your food and bits and pieces like that. Just like to have them to hand, so I tend to just store them in this zipped mesh area just for ease. Now, as you can see, the inside is foil lined. It's actually quite generous on size. You would have seen on a couple of my videos already that I've already used this a couple of times, so from 24-hour sessions right up to 48-hour sessions, and still had sort of maximum space really. On those shorter sessions I do tend to use this as my sort of cool box slash carry-all really, just because I know I can get sort of 24 hours worth of food inside it, and like me stove and kettle and sort of mug and bits and pieces like that. So it is on the generous side size wise, that will easily cater, like I say, for 24 hours 48 hours with ease. So that is Tactical HD Coolbag. Now this is one of my favourite products in the range, the Tactical HD Rucksack. Now as you can see, it's got two slots running down the front of the rucksack, which I use for my wrapping up sticks. It's got a larger pocket between these two, which in previous occasions I've put my sort of bank sticks with me buzz bars and alarms on, so they just slot in there, ready to literally be pushed straight into the ground. As you can see, the Tactical HD rucksack also has those sort of extra little velcro sections, so you can again velcro additional bits of kit to the rucksack itself. And again, one at the bottom there if you wanted to just sort of hang anything off the bottom, a small stalking mat, something like that. But again, just gives you added optional extra sort of just to be able to put onto the rucksack itself and just maximise being lightweight and mobile. Now down one side of the rucksack it has two external pockets. Again, look how wide they are. You know, you can fit all sorts in there. I tend to sort of put me little lights and me head torch and stuff like that in the side. Carp care kits, any odds and sods can be sort of stored on these outside pockets, and the zips run all the way around the top there, allowing you to get your hands in there nice and easy. Now on this side you've got a sort of larger pocket that runs the pretty much the entire length of the rucksack. In there, again, double zipped, I have me scales in there, so my T-bar scales, they just fit in there and tuck in there nicely. You can easily get sort of you know, tubes of PVA in there, that sort of thing, just those longer items that may not necessarily fit in those two smaller ones. Again, nice and decent in sort of depth, in size, so you can get sort of slightly bulkier items in there. So moving our way around to the back, you've got a reinforced stitch sort of loop at the top there. You can use just for sort of lifting the rucksack out. You've got two really nice padded shoulder straps there. Not only that, you also get the sort of chest strap as well, which allows you to just clip it in with the clip there and pull that nice and tight around your chest, and that will just sort of help balance the load, and not only that, just make it a little bit more comfortable when you're sort of making your way to and from your swim. Also on the back of the rucksack itself, as you can see, extra padding straight down the middle there, where that's going to be going sort of across your spine, and it's made in that sort of mesh material that's breathable, so if it is warm, it's just going to help with that, you know, wicking that sort of warmth away from your body, so you're not sweating out as you're making your way to and from your swim. But just that added little extra bit of support and padding through the middle there will make a massive difference to the contents of your rucksack, sort of digging in your back, that sort of thing. So it just makes things a little bit easier, more comfortable as you're making your way to and from your swim. Now what I like about this rucksack as well is that you can open it from the back, get that all the way round, 3/4 of the way, so there's a zip that runs all the way around there, pretty much revealing the contents of your rucksack. Now as you can see on the sort of back of the rucksack, you get 3 zipped pockets in that mesh again, so you can clearly see what's inside the pockets, locate what it is that you need. So as I've got in this one, I've just got me sort of light in there, my bivvy light, you know, I could have my head torch, just various other little bits and pieces in these pockets, easy to see, easy to hand. And as I say, those zips open nice and easy for you to get your hands into. In here, you know, I've got pretty much everything that I need for a session. I've got all my hook baits, I've got my odds and sods bits and pieces, so leads, hook length material, you name it, it's all in there. So that's the large EVA pouch, medium EVA pouch, and I reckon I could probably squeeze another medium EVA pouch in there. I've got my rig safe and my tackle safe just propped up at the top there as well. Plastic hook baits, PVA nuggets, you name it, I've pretty much got it. And there's still space, you know, there's a good couple of inches there from where that finishes. I could also get additional items on top of there as well. So loads of space for such a little rucksack. You know, it is small, but it's so compact, and it just allows you to be super organized. And like I say, I've got everything there should I need it for whatever purpose whilst I'm out on the bank. I'd be yeah, I would be lost without it now. I've been using it the last couple of sessions, you would have seen it on my most couple of recent videos. But yeah, such a small little rucksack, super compact, but yeah, so efficient for that for those short sessions and mobile type angling. Right, so you're now looking at the Tactical HD Carryall. Now this Carryall boasts so many features, so you're yeah, you're gonna have to bear with me on this one. So as you can see on the front there, nice big pocket right across the front of the Carryall, nice and deep, a double zip that runs all the way around the front, allowing you to get all different sorts of bits and pieces in there that won't necessarily fit in the main compartment. So on both sides you've also got an additional 2 pockets, again like the front, nice and deep, double zipped all the way around, and again allowing you to get sort of additional contents that may not fit into that sort of main part of the bag. So I like to put in these sort of end ones, like my gas canister, my kettle, my stove, that sort of thing, just keeping them right out of the way but sort of ease of access. So that is on sort of this side and that side of the bag, so one at either end. You will also notice that it's got a carry handle this end and a carry handle that end, again for sort of ease of lifting it in and out the van, off and on the barrow, that sort of thing. So extra handle there to just help maneuver it around. So the Carryall itself does come with the shoulder strap, so as I mentioned, fully padded, exactly the same shoulder strap as the one sort of sold separately, and the loops at either end which allow you to keep it on or take it off, whichever you please. That is fully adjustable, and like I say, will definitely help carry this bag if you've got quite a lot of content inside it. So the top of the bag then, a few features. You've got a nice big zip that runs all the way around the bag, double zipped again, allowing you to get that right open into the main body of the bag. You've got those reinforced handles that I was talking about with this sort of wraparound piece of material with Velcro on it as well. Again, giving you a bit more sort of comfort if you're carrying it by hand, just a little bit more padding on there so that this really isn't sort of digging into your hand when you're carrying this bag. So yeah, sort of like a bit of a wraparound reinforced piece of sort of padded material there that allow you to just get a good grip on that, and like I say, lift it on and off the barrow, carry it to and from your peg or your car, that sort of thing, but just a little bit more of a comfort touch really. So that's got Velcro all the way along, so it's not just going to sort of slip or come open. Not only that, you will see these sort of 4 black squares on the top of the bag as well. Now what you get inside the bag are these Velcro strips, and they allow you just to attach additional items really. So similarly, like I said about the 𝘃𝗶𝗀𝗲 bag, you can put the sort of Bankware roll on there. You can just attach in general just other bits and pieces that can be secured in place with these Velcro straps, so they can either go this way or that way. As you can see, there's 4 slits, so you can go left to right or up and down depending on how you sort of want to secure those additional items to the top. But yeah, you get those additional with the bag itself, and like I say, super handy just for giving you an option of adding extra stuff to the top of the bag that may not just fit inside, like the sort of Coolbag and the Bankware roll. You're getting these extra mesh pockets, fully zipped. So you've got one that runs along the top all the way, zip all the way through, allowing you to get extra bits and pieces in there. So toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant, blah blah blah, you name it, toiletries if you're using this for sort of like your overnight bag. 2 smaller pockets at the bottom there which allow you to get other, you know, smaller items and bits and pieces, so extra storage space, which like I say, this Carryall really is sort of giving you maximum space to store everything plus some. Again, along the bottom, a nice big netted pocket there, again for extra bits and pieces that you kind of don't want flying around inside the bag, so all your little odds and sods again can go in there, and a nice big internal area to take all those bulky items. I tend to use this for longer sessions, extra clothes, socks, you know, you name it, all those sorts of bits and pieces that you want to chuck in sort of like your Carryall for those longer sessions. This has more than enough space to yeah, to cope with that. Last but not least then, the bottom of the Carryall, as you can see, like most of the other products in the range, it's got that hard wearing, durable, wipe clean bottom, so not allowing any of your contents inside the bag to get wet through or caked in any muck or any damp. So that is the Tactical HD Carryall. This is the Packsmart HD Rucksack. So yeah, mega piece of kit. As I mentioned, I can't fault the Packsmart themselves, but this is just taking the Packsmart and the Rucksack to the next level. So as you can see from the front, going along the same sort of theme as the Carryall, you have the clips on the front which reveal the 2 inner sections, which can be unclipped with the 2 clips, and again unzipped from the main inner body of the Packsmart. So the two pockets on the side are identical in size. As you can see, they open up and reveal nice big space inside there for pretty much you name it. I can't think of anything really that's too bulky that wouldn't fit inside these pockets. Masses of space inside each of those two pockets, and just give you an extra bit of sort of storage space for anything that you can't really fit inside that main area. Now the Packsmart rucksack has a zip that runs again the entirety of that middle section, revealing the inside. So as you can see, you get the Velcro straps, which allow you to add additional items, obviously, of luggage to the product itself. As you can see, with the little black sort of extras on the bottom there, which allow you to slide those Velcros through either up or down or left and right, so you get those included as well. You've got a zipped pocket at the top there, which will allow you to just put any sort of odds and sods, as I keep mentioning, just to stop you from sort of losing them really and going missing, and just to keep those sort of little, like I say, them little odds and sods safe from going here, there and everywhere. So that also middle section, if you push down on there, it's really padded, because you're going to be carrying this, as I mentioned, as a rucksack. That padding inside that back section will really stop any of your contents digging into your back when you're carrying it to and from your swim. Now this sort of top flap section as such, which protects those two individual pockets, can be used in a number of ways. Now you can use it as a sort of preparation area. You can maybe just put your scissors and your bits of tackle and stuff like that as you're sort of working away on the mat and sort of getting in amongst the contents of your rucksack, so it can become sort of like a little bivvy table type area, just somewhere to operate from. You can use it as sort of like a kneeling mat, so you can kneel down whilst you're getting in and around the actual rucksack itself. Or not only that, you can, when you flip the rucksack over and you're laying it sort of on the ground, you can just lay it over the straps and just use it to protect the back sort of side of the rucksack, to stop you from sort of getting any muck over the parts that you're obviously going to slap over your back once you're getting up and down. So that can be used in a manner of different ways depending on how you want to use it. So just finishing off then, moving round to the actual back of the rucksack itself. You've got a nice handle there if you want to lift it or carry it via the top of the rucksack itself. You've got some nice sized shoulder straps, again padded, and you've got that breathable mesh as well. So yeah, just stopping from that sort of digging into your shoulders when you're carrying it. As you can see, you also have a sort of chest strap, which will go right around your chest and pull in nice and tight to give you sort of some stability when you're carrying the rucksack. If you have sort of packed it full and you've got a bit of a sort of heavy load, just pulling that tight with that padding on the back there will really make it comfortable for you, making your way to and from your swim. And then not only that, you also have a nice big waistband as well. Like I say, if you are carrying a heavy load, this will just help tuck it in sort of around your waist and make it so much more comfortable when you're getting to and from your swim, especially if you're doing long journeys. I don't know if you've ever sort of experienced it, but sometimes just not having that padding on the back or not having these straps and just not being able to pull these tight down into your sort of body really does make it sort of like an unpleasant journey to and from your swim. So just having these extra straps, like I say, really does make it a lot more comfortable when you've got a heavy load on your back. But yeah, padded, breathable, and exactly what you want from the back of a rucksack. Oh, the guys at Wychwood, they have created a Packsmart Carryall. So you get a shoulder strap included, and this Carryall is something else. So nice big handles, long handles, because you can really pack this out. I've literally got this out the packaging, and yeah, as you can see, it's pretty much flat pack at the moment. But two nice big sort of clips there that will pop open with a lot of room for extra material that will allow you to extend that, obviously where needed. And the beauty of these Packsmart carryalls is that they're on, you know, exactly the same sort of format as the Packsmart rucksack and the mini Packsmart from the sort of comforter range. So they come with the two removable sections, so one zip down that side, one zip down that side. Now the beauty of this is that it allows you to unzip basically the two sections, and you can use them independently. So unzip it from the main compartment, and then you have the double zip that allows you to store a load of gear inside that separate pocket. But like I say, it is detachable, so a load of hook baits in there, you name it, literally your world's your oyster with a Packsmart. You would have seen me rant and rave about my mini one through my sort of winter campaign. But yeah, this is just, like I say, raise the bar on the Packsmart level, really, introducing this carryall to the mix. So you've got that one that comes off that side, you've got one that is pretty much double the size on the other side, again, that zips off here and has a zip running, double zip running all the way around that side. So again, like I say, double the size on that, and also you get that meshed zipped pocket inside as well that can store all sorts of odds and sods. So obviously, not only do you get masses of space in the two side pockets, we've got this large sort of main compartment area as well. This is where I sort of stored my you know, with my mini one, I stored like me me tackle safes, me rig safes, those sort of bigger bulkier items, tackle boxes, that sort of thing. So you can unzip that all the way around, and again, it reveals a nice deep padded main section that will accommodate, like I say, your larger tackle boxes, your your EVA pouches, that sort of thing. So all those bulkier items, that sort of stuff, even could potentially be used as sort of like a food bag, so you can get, you know, plates and stuff like that in there, containers, you name it. Like I say, the Packsmart's your world is your oyster. And looking at this top section, massive zip along the top all the way across, and a nice big mesh pocket. Again, I don't know what you want to get in there, cutlery, bits and pieces, all those bits and pieces, as I mentioned already, that you don't kind of want flying here, there and everywhere. But that is the inside of the Packsmart carryall. So back to the outside, as you can see, not only have you got the two handles, like the longer handles on the top to be able to carry it, you've also got two handles on the side which will allow you to use it on the barrow, you know, lifting and shifting it onto the barrow, sliding it underneath your bed chair, that sort of thing. But just two extra handles just to give you an optional way of carrying it, or like I say, lifting and shifting it depending on where you're putting it. So there are your two loops, one at either end for your shoulder strap. Again, like I mentioned, is included. Just flipping it over, you also get, pretty much like the rest of the products, that durable wipe clean bottom on it that will, like I say, protect everything that is inside that main compartment of the Packsmart carryall. But mega piece of kit, and yeah, like I say, your world is your oyster when it comes to filling that up. Well, next up then, we are looking at the Tactical HD rod sleeves. Now these come in 12-foot version, and also, as we can see down here, we have them in the 9-foot to 10-foot version as well. So exactly identical to the 12-foot version, just a smaller one to accommodate for those smaller setups, so 9 and 10 foot inside here. They come with a shoulder strap, as you can see, and that runs pretty much from the base pouch where you put the sort of butt end of your rod all the way up to sort of 3/4 of the way up to the top of the sleeve. I've put also the original tactical rod sleeve there as well, just for sort of comparison purposes really. As you can see on the HD side, you are getting, like I say, the new buckles on there, where they had the large oversized plastic buckles. Not that there's anything wrong with these ones. I have used the original tactical sleeves ever since they got released and can't fault them in any shape or form. Lightweight, super protective, wipe clean, and yeah, just ideal for, like I say, getting in and around the lake, and just, you know, allowing you to use them without having to carry like a big bulky rod holdall. So obviously these HD ones are kind of an upgraded version. It's oversized to accommodate the biggest of reels. So in there I've got my Riot 75 reels. So a massive sort of pocket there, oversized for the biggest of reels on the market. You will notice that they've also got the clips on them, which will allow you to link more than one rod sleeve together, so they're not all sort of moving around independently. You can clip them all in together and just use the one rod strap, sort of shoulder strap, to carry your individual sleeves around. You will also notice, in comparison to the original sleeve, that it has this pocket, and this pocket is ideal for storing leads. So it's a sort of good hand size deep. You can get a number of leads in there, you know, all different leads to cater for all different scenarios. So, you know, you can get them in there and they will be safe, tucked away in that nice little zipped compartment, which is yeah, a nice little touch. As I say, it's a 1200D material, so really strong, really robust, and will certainly keep your rod sort of protected in a lightweight and sort of protective manner really. I've never had any issues with the original tactical sleeves, and yeah, I can't fault them personally in the slightest. Moving down to the bottom, you get like a toggle system with a length of elastic there, and literally to get your rods out, you just kind of loosen off the toggle there down to the base of the elastic, and pretty much just slide off the base there. That will just come off the end of your rods. It will allow the main section to open up from the, you know, loosened part of the elastic, which pulls nice and tight around the base of your rods there, so there's sort of nothing being able to get in to the actual rod sleeves itself, just pulled down nice and tight. But then yeah, it's just a case of sliding that off the butt end of your rods, which I won't do with one hand because yeah, it's tricky enough just trying to film and talk. But yeah, slide that off the end, and it's just a case of opening up the pocket and sliding your rods out. But as I mentioned, they come in 12 foot and the 9 and 10 foot, so really smart, strong looking sleeves if you're not looking to carry around a sort of larger size holdall or quiver. Right, well, if a actual sort of quiver, foldall slash holdall is what you prefer to carry your rods around, then you're certainly going to be doing it in style with this one. So this is the Tactical HD Quiver. Now what I'll do is I'll show you it sort of empty, and then I will sort of show you it set up with rods and stuff like that in place. But as you can see, you've got a nice big middle section with pretty much a full length zip there, and that is a nice deep spacious main area that will get nets, retainers, and quite possibly your brolly as well. So I will give that a go in just a moment. But you've got that nice big center section there that will take all the sort of bulky items. As you can see, this will also hold 3 made up rods, so your reels will just slot inside there, nice padded dividers, and that will accommodate 3 made up rods. So you're talking 9 foot, 10 foot, 12 foot, you name it. 2 rods collapsed in half will fit inside there, with the butts just going in down into sort of like the 3 little pockets at the end, running through, and then velcroed together at the top there to keep them all in place. Flipping that over, you've also got this main pocket in the front here, which have got some extra velcros for those little black sections that I was talking about that you can use, and they are situated just on the side, so you will be able to put in a landing net, something like that, down the side if you wanted to. But this is good for just all sort of little bits and pieces in there. You don't really want to kind of go missing, I don't know, extra leads, pegs, I don't know, you name it, but an extra little pocket that's just good for making use of extra space. So just flipping the side over, as you can see, get the shoulder strap on there. Not only that, you get sort of 3 different loops where you can attach the shoulder strap to, top and bottom, so whatever makes it sort of most comfortable for you, then this can be fully adjusted up or down at either end to sort of balance the load out and make it, like I say, a more comfortable journey however you're intending to carry it. Not only that, you get a nice strong reinforced handle bang in the middle to be able to sort of lift it up with as well. As I mentioned, there are the little black sort of velcro patches there that allow you to get the velcro either that way or that way, top and bottom, which are great for sort of running down the side. As I mentioned, you can get a landing net pole and your net running down there as well, to save you having to carry that separately. So whilst I've got this out, let's see if I can get the brolly in there, and we'll get the rods in there and just have a little bit of a closer look with it fully loaded. So just to prove my theory right about that pocket accommodating pegs, so I've got sort of what, 6 to 8 pegs in there, standard length pegs. They fit in there easy with room for many more, and that's it, comes along absolutely perfect. So ideal pocket for storing your pegs in. Well, there it is then, loaded up. Just to show you for an example, believe it or not, I've got my tactical brolly in there running straight through that main bulk section. So that's my tactical brolly in there with the sort of storm poles and everything else. Even got room for my Solace 2-piece landing net and net, and not gonna lie, can probably get a bit more in there, plenty more space for possibly some other bits and pieces, pegs and stuff like that, if you didn't want to put them in that sort of pocket around the front. But yeah, that is in there with ease. I'm not having to fight with it to get it in or out. You know, that's got masses of room to cater for that brolly easily. And then I've just pulled it tight around the top there with that clasp just to keep it in place. So on the rod side of things, I've put my 12 foots in there, my extremist rods and me Riot 75 reels. They are in there, so you could have all 3 12-foot rods and big pits in there with ease. And at the top there, I've got my 10-foot extricators as well, just to give you an idea of kind of what it looks like with the 2 different sized setups. But like I said, it accommodates 3 made up rods, so it literally is a case of just whipping them out, unvelcroing them, getting a lead and a rig on and getting them out. So the fact that it caters for rods that are already set up is a massive plus on sort of my side, because I like to get fishing and have everything prepped before I go. So as you can see, the fact that this reel area is nice and large just accommodates for the different sort of size rods and reels lengths, and you know, the sort of butt sections. So there's so many different sort of rods and reels out on the market nowadays. Just having that oversized will cater for most rods and reels, like I say, on the market. So that is it, pretty much made up and how it would be sort of intended to be used. Like I say, with the extra little part on the side of it. Where are we? There we go. So with the extra little Velcro sections on the side, you could quite easily have a landing net pole and net just running up the side there if you didn't want it in that main section. So that is the Tactical HD Quiver. So for those products that don't actually come with a shoulder strap, then you can purchase one individually. So this is obviously the Tactical HD shoulder strap, sort of new Tactical logo in sort of either end. It's got the nice new big clips on it, the hook end which will easily slide over those sort of loops on the end of the Coolbag, the Bedchair Bag, etc. And a nice metal clip there that opens under a little bit of pressure, but not too, not too hard to be sort of pushing open, sliding through those loops. So yeah, new style sort of clip there, square in design, but like I say, will allow that nice big hook to get through that loop. On the reverse side, it's got that sort of breathable mesh type material and a decent amount of padding there, with a nice thick width strap that's going to go over your shoulder and not sort of dig into your shoulder. There's nothing worse than having a shoulder strap that, one, doesn't have a decent amount of padding inside it, and two, is so thin that it really does dig in if you've got a heavy load. It really doesn't make it comfortable, pretty much defeating the object of a shoulder strap. So this is nice and long in size, will just loop around your back and your shoulder nicely, will sit flush on your shoulder, and like I say, a decent amount of padding that's not going to make it uncomfortable when you're carrying those sort of heavier bags in your Bedchair Bag, for example. It's not going to, like I say, dig into your shoulder. So for those products that don't actually come with a shoulder strap, you can pick them up separately.